Hi everybody, welcome to Healthline. I am Grigoryan. Merry Christmas. So the holidays are here. So what that means is you are going a little bit faster, you are losing a little bit more time in your day, you're wrapping presents, you're shopping, you're trying to get your family in order. You're doing so much more. What that means is don't forget to breathe. What that means is breathe in and breathe out. You know, here at Healthline, I invite you to get off your phone, get off your computer, get up, get out, and just experience more life. So go out, go shopping, make it a family affair, do it with your friends, and that also means just paying a little more attention to have that extra mask on you, have hand sanitizers, just be a little more cautious and precautious. And that also means if you're not feeling great, stay home. Our mission here is to keep you and remind you how to stay as healthy as possible. Now, with the holidays here, and with you running and going from here to here, there's tons of parties. So that also means you're going to eat more, you're going to have that quick fix, you're going to have those extra cookies, you're going to you're going to do more at a quicker pace. That does not mean that you do not pay attention to what you're eating, when you're eating it, and also what to do at that big buffet line. You know the saying, yeah, I went to this Christmas party and I put on 10 pounds. Who hasn't said that? That does not mean you have to put on 10 pounds. That just means paying more attention. So what I decided to do is bring in Dr. Elizabeth Grigoryan from Adventist Health Hospital and ask her what we do when we want to overindulge and how to say no to that plate of cookies and all those things that we know we want, but how to take it in moderation. How are you, doctor?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm excited that you're here.
Thank you. I have the same issues as many of us do during the holiday season.
As all of us.
Yes. Some of the tips that we can do in order to not overindulge is, first of all, eat a meal, or not a meal, a snack before you go to your party. So then when you get there, you're not starving and you can then have, more smaller meals. And then another tip would be to have a glass of water, maybe 30 minutes prior to eating. That helps you to stay a little full prior. Let's see, other tips.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I love something called a cliffhanger.
Okay.
So here's a great cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So you invite us to have a glass of water, to eat before we come to the party. What do you think the next holiday tip is from Dr. Grigoryan? So I'm going to give you one quick healthy reminder. Have a glass of water now. Maybe go grab a carrot stick or have a bite of an apple. Do 10 jumping jacks, and when we come back, we're going to find out what the next tip is, and we're going to share with you how you can stay as healthy as you possibly can during the holiday season. Do not go away. So, the holidays are considered a time for indulgence, right? Rumors fly that average American gains around 10 pounds during December festivities. But food consumption at Christmas only ranks third behind, Thanksgiving and Super Bowl Sunday. So while the average amount of calories consumed per person per average a day is usually between 2,000 and 2,500 calories, a Christmas meal can weigh in at about 3,000 calories. That's not even including other foods. Take a deep breath. We all do it. We all grab that extra cookie. We all have that extra serving of all the goodness that is on every table at every holiday party. So I decided to bring in Dr. Elizabeth Grigoryan from Adventist Health Glendale. Her specialty is family practice. So she's not just talking to you, she's talking to all of us, all of our family members and friends, as to how to not overindulge during the holidays. Doctor, you gave us two great tips. Eat before you go to a party, and maybe have a glass of water. I left it as a cliffhanger. What is the number third tip?
Okay, so number third tip would be grab a smaller plate. So you may think that having a larger plate you'll have more room, but it actually, it tricks your mind. So you fill up a smaller plate, and that helps you to eat less. And also you can grab the dessert fork, so you're eating smaller bites. Make sure you enjoy the food that you're eating and you're mindful of the food that you're eating and savoring all the tastes. So that's another tip there.
Okay,
And then,
I love all those three tips.
yeah.
Let me quickly, let me go back a little bit
Okay.
to the first one. So you're invited to a holiday party and you invite us, tip one,
Yeah.
to eat prior.
Yeah.
So when you get to the party, bottom line is you're a little bit more full.
Exactly. So you're a little more full, so then you're not going to be grabbing everything that you see that you like. You'll make more healthier choices. You'll fill up your plate with half of it veggies and fruits. 1/4 of your plate should be some kind of lean meat or poultry, fish, and the other 1/4 should be some kind of grains, maybe a quinoa salad or something like that.
So all of you that are creating your holiday salads, perfect tip is a quinoa salad. No, I love that. Why do you think that we go to a party and just automatically indulge and fill up our plates?
So, I mean, just for myself, before, I don't know, back in my teens, I would say, oh, I'm going to a party, so let me save my appetite and not eat anything throughout the whole day and eat at the party because they're going to have my favorites. So then when you get there, everything that you see, you just want to eat. The same way when you're hungry and you go shopping, you're going to shop for all the bad things from the center of the aisles versus the perimeter. So you want to shop from the perimeter of the stores, so you get all your veggies and fruits and the healthier options.
So doctor, let's make this a little bit broader than
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, Super Bowl Sunday, and these amazing holiday parties. A lot of people, including myself, will convince ourselves, well, if I'm going to this great party or this great event, I'm not going to eat all day. Can you share with us why that's not the greatest choice?
Because as I mentioned, you are going to be starving yourself. So once you get there, you are not going to be thinking about, hey, is this healthy or not? You're just going to want to eat everything that you see in sight. So then when you eat smaller meals throughout the day, when you get there, you're not very hungry. You are slightly hungry, so you will reach for the more smarter options.
But also when you starve yourself during the day, that's not great for you because you're starving your body and our body hangs on to the bad fat, right?
Exactly, yes.
So we need to eat smaller meals to burn more calories.
Yes, and increase your metabolism. So you slow down your metabolism says, hey, I'm in starvation mode. Next thing that comes in, I'm going to take it in, I'm going to store it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an amazing tip to just take with us all the time. And so for everybody that works a full-time job or has the excuse, oh, I can't, that's when you meal prep, food prep, shop on the outside, do it as a family,
Exactly.
Cook dinners as a family, and bring little snacks with you.
Yes, exactly.
Because we are a quick fix society.
Yes, yes, and putting something in your bag, that's such a great idea. Especially, if you're stuck in traffic, you're hungry, you're at the car wash, you have fruits or snacks, nuts are great options as well. And then other tips while you're at the holiday party
Please.
is don't socialize, don't be talking to somebody near the food because then you're just going to be mindlessly snacking. So,
Wait, say that again.
So don't.
I feel like you're talking specifically to me. Like, were you there last night? Okay, so.
Yeah.
So be social with people away from the food.
Exactly, yes. Because you may want to have a pause, so then you grab something that's near you. So it's like maybe a nervous tactic as well when you're socializing.
So, but it's a mind. I mean, it's a mind tease.
Exactly.
If you see that cookie, oh, I'm gonna have one more cookie. Oh, I love that. So
Yeah.
that's a great strategy.
Yes.
Go more into the one glass of water thing.
Okay, so the glass of water, obviously your stomach, you want to fill it up. So then your stomach, when it stretches a little bit, you give it time that you're not, your brain hormones are not telling you, hey, I'm starving, let me eat more. So then you're filling up your stomach with a little bit of water, so then you don't fill it up with other things that are not good for you.
Oh, I love that. And also, doctor, you said it earlier though, before you go to a party, just eat a healthy meal.
Exactly, yes. Just a small snack, like tabbouleh is my favorite. I don't know if you've had tabbouleh.
And even the way you say it's great, so
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So that's a great snack to have, or like something pre-meal before you go to a party.
And also maybe just think ahead about what it's going to be. Like have some poultry, have, as you were saying, like a quinoa or kale salad, or just eat something healthy so then you can treat yourself when you're at the party.
Exactly.
Okay, more Dr. Grigoryan when we come back. And here's the thing, if you didn't do the jumping jacks, do them. And if you're feeling a little bit adventurous, maybe throw in some push-ups. We'll see you on the other side. Don't go away. Welcome back. I hope you finished your jumping jacks, your push-ups. You have a glass of water and some apple slices. And listen, if you snagged a cookie, you snagged a cookie. It's all about how to not put on that extra weight during the holidays. It's also great tips and tools for you throughout the year as to not starve yourself during the day. And also that one glass of water can make you not totally indulge at that holiday party. Joining us from Adventist Health Glendale is Dr. Elizabeth Grigoryan. And her practice, her specialty is family medicine. Doctor, before we go into these awesome tips and helpful life hints, can you share with us some of your family, your medical history?
Sure. So I'm going to go back a little more further back.
Please.
So I've been wanting to be a physician since I was 8 years old.
Wow, so you
know, I would play dress up. I would put on a white coat and do all that. Then my dream was always to go to UCLA. So I went to UCLA for my undergrad. Then I did Ross University for medical school. I completed my family medicine residency at California Hospital Medical Center in downtown Los Angeles, which I love the area near the Staples Center.
Sure.
And I do want to give a hello to my co-residents, which I loved because they made the experience so wonderful. So yeah, and I learned a lot. I'm, new to the Armenian medical community, but I have grown up in Glendale since I was 8.
So and since I was born in Glendale,
Yeah.
glad you're here. And
Yes.
I love that you gave a shout out to your fellow residents.
Yeah.
Because it's your family.
Yeah, they are.
So shout out to all of you, and you all save lives, you save lives. So thank you for dedicating your life to making me and all of us healthier and happier, and sharing with us how to just lead a healthier lifestyle. Because truly, as we're talking about going to a holiday party and maybe stepping farther away from the table, everything really is just a choice.
Yeah.
Either you're going to go through the drive-through, or you're going to take the same amount of time and go home and be with your loved ones, or even on your own and make a healthy snack.
Yeah.
It's all a choice.
It is.
So doctor, we have spent a lot of time on this show with Adventist Health and the Behavioral Health Department. And we've had some amazing guests that I love. And we specialized on, the topic was addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, smoking addictions, and a lot of eating healthy. And your third tip made me think of the great guests we've had in the past about when you go to a buffet, grab a smaller plate. Share that with us.
So, every habit or everything starts with one little step, right?
Sure.
So if you are mindful about, being healthy or quitting something that, is harmful to you, or you find yourself feeling guilty that a lot of family members keep telling you, hey, maybe you're overeating, maybe you're over drinking, or you're over smoking.
Sure.
Those are some things that you should always be mindful of. Just tiny little steps make a big difference. I always like to use the metaphor when, imagine a plane coming from New York to LA. If, just one little change in position will, direct them to a different location.
Sure.
Just one tiny little change. So every time, if we're able to make smart choices or better choices in our day, I think that's a great step to a healthier life. And I strongly believe that, we as a community, we have a lot of guilt. If we have a cheat meal or if something happens, then we feel guilty and we don't want to continue, or we say, oh, we'll start over again on Monday. But that's okay. If you have one bad meal on Christmas, that's fine. You're human. You can restart again the next day. So those are the things that I live by. So I like to share with my patients in the community.
No, I love that. And also, one more time, please revisit the smaller plate.
Okay, so smaller plate. So if you have a large plate on the buffet table and you have the smaller plate for, let's say, for the desserts, right? So take the smaller plates, and as mentioned, half of that you fill it with vegetables, or fruits. Half of it or 1/4 of it you do lean meats, fish, poultry, and then the other 1/4 you would do some kind of grain, beans, legumes, or beans, anything that's healthier options. And that way you have a fuller plate. You're tricking your mind to thinking, oh, you're having a very large meal, but in reality you're having much less food than your partner who chose the larger plate.
And one thing too that I want to say this great gift that I was given by the behavioral health department here at the hospital, who you guys have saved some very important people to me, is we forget that two of the most important things we have in our lives are our feet. Mm-hmm. So as you were saying earlier, instead of standing by the buffet or the cookie table or whatever, stand farther away, our feet move us away. You can always walk away. Mm-hmm. As we walk away. So if you're dealing with an addiction, just say alcohol, don't put yourself in situations that are going to get you in trouble. Talk to your friends, be part of your community, talk to your recovery groups, talk to your best friend. Hey, I'm really needing help here. Yeah. One thing I've learned that we have all gained is more of a conversation and a communication throughout this past year and a half. So really open up and talk to your friends. There are places that we can all go to get help, to get assistance. Adventist Health's mission is all about a healthy lifestyle and being with God and family and church and food and all of it. And it's about saying to somebody, hey, I need your help here. Yeah. So I'm glad that a small plate can change what you're thinking in regards to all the choices that we make. More with Dr. Grigoryan when we come back. Do not go away. Welcome back. Joining us from Adventist Health Glendale is Dr. Elizabeth Grigoryan, and her specialty is family medicine. Doctor, so we've covered all of that. How do you invite us to stay healthy then if we're all running and shopping and eating and parties, and especially with where we're with COVID and all these new requirements and masks? What is your invitation to us? So,
there's things that you can do that, you may not consider as exercise, but just going to the store, park further. Don't try to look for the most near parking spot. You're getting in a workout there. Other things, a lot of us women, we're cleaning and, taking care of children or
cooking and doing
all of that. Just you thinking in your mind that that's a form of exercise actually burns more calories and works out your muscles more. Just you mindfully thinking that you're exercising as you're cooking.
But also having more of an intention.
Yeah, exactly.
And can I throw one thing too? Sure. Ladies, yes, I love the idea about parking farther away. Make sure it's really lit up. Yeah. Really, and also climb upstairs if you work in the mall or work in a doctor's office or a building. Take half your lunch and walk the floors. Yeah, exactly. Same thing with men, but also make sure that you are never anywhere where it's not well lit and you feel unsafe.
Yes, thank you for bringing
and also gentlemen, be a gentleman and walk in a group, walk with friends, walk each other to and from. It is the time now to be more connected.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great suggestion, especially nowadays with all the things that are going on in our community. So that, and then also just, you don't need to have a gym membership to work out. Just taking a walk with family. Nowadays, I've been telling all of my family members, I will not go to a restaurant to spend time with you. I will go hiking. I will do some some form of exercise to spend time and catch up. So, the recommendation is always 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity exercise, which means you shouldn't be able to have a full-blown conversation. You should be working your heart a little bit.
And you know what that means? That means you're not taking selfies on the hike. That means you're leaving your phone in your satchel or your backpack, or leave it at home. You will remember more and connect more without your phone. I see people at the gym on their phone. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. Put your flipping phone down. Yeah. I don't take my phone with me whenever I work out because I want to remember the experience. So we get through the holidays. Yeah. A couple things. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to ask help. Help your mother in the kitchen, people. Help your parents. Make it. And if you're traveling, just pay more attention. Be aware of the people around you, right? Wear your mask. Hand sanitize. Adventist Health. If you have doctor's appointments between now and the end of the year, still go. Adventist Health is so above and beyond ready for you, and you're, as a doctor, you're ready for
Yes.
your patients, and you can also do something online if you don't want to go into the hospital. It's all about communicating. Doctor, so we have overindulged, and it is the new year, 2022. What do you see? I mean, do we see more people in the hospital or in the doctor's office? Less? What do you see?
Yes, so I do see a lot more of, the viral illnesses, maybe COVID, maybe not.
Flu.
Exactly.
Get your flu shot.
Exactly. And then I do see a lot of people who've been misusing alcohol. So they do come in with pancreatitis, the heartburn, where they think they're having a heart attack. So all of those things, be mindful. If you do see a family member that's not feeling well, immediately you should notify, call 911, just because it may be heartburn or it may not be. So just to be on the safe side.
And also know where your nearest hospital is, but also know where the specialty hospitals are. Adventist Health, Certified Stroke Center, Certified Heart Center. One of the best cancer institutes here in the country.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In the States. So just know specifically, and also, as we talked before the show, have on a card in your wallet or in your purse the medicines you're taking.
Exactly. Very important.
Very important.
Yes.
And then also have conversations as a family.
Yes. Family is very important, as we mentioned earlier as well. Just being mindful of your surroundings, the health of your family members, knowing your risk factors during the holiday season as well. So, and I love that Adventist Health always advocates for mind, body, soul. It's not just, just the health. I think that mental health is very important during this season as well.
And especially since it is such an open conversation, and that's why I was proud to bring up behavioral health, that Adventist Health really stands behind it. Since I've been part of the show for over 10 years, they have been committed to the mental health of employees and staff and the communities they treat. So again, you have taken care of people that I love, and I'm really proud to be part of this family. What are your final thoughts in regards to having a healthy holiday?
Just enjoy yourself. I think that's very important. Don't restrict yourself too much. Spend time with family. I do see a lot of patients, in their dying days. The one thing that they always say is that I wish I had spent more time with family instead of, working so hard and going after all these things. So I think the number one key message would be enjoy and appreciate the family that you have. Call them, say I love you every time you turn off the phone, because you never know if that's the last time you may be speaking to them. So I think those are all important.
Doctor, thank you so much. Will you come back?
Of course.
Can't wait to have you back next year at 2022. And before we head out, Adventist Health Glendale is nationally ranked for patient care with 5 stars from CMS, an A rating from the Leapfrog Group, and ranked one of the best hospitals in California by U.S. News and World Report. To find a local physician that suits your needs, please visit the website adventisthealth.org/doctor. And you can also visit us on all types of social media. You can find us on YouTube and on Facebook. Remember, the most important conversation you are going to have is about you and your health, so make it a big conversation. Find out signs and symptoms, talk to your family, and as Dr. Grigoryan said, it really is all about family. So this show is for you, Auntie Rima. I love you. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for always watching. And look, I threw a suit on for you. Pick up the phone. Don't text. Call your family. Call your friends. Get out in the world with the ones that you love and remind them just how important you are. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance. Do what you got to do to keep yourself safe, to keep the ones that you love just as safe. We'll see you next year. Thank you for being part of this show. I love you. Be safe, be well. We'll see you next year.